Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he powers his way up past the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Johnson, the man in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Jenkins. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Jenkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. In motion left comes Williams. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Here's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get...
And he'll take this into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for them. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
97.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Being chased out left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10.
Yellow, 43.
Mixing up the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance.
Touchdown! Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On second down now. It's Jenkins, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
In motion right, here comes Johnson. They'll run on first down. Jenkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Johnson, the man in motion right.
55 is mine, guys, 55.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 55 yards. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On second down, it's Jenkins, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On first down, Jenkins, and he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jenkins, and able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Jenkins. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Max 22, Max 22.
2 and now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They overload him that time on the second. Safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Four yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Tua picked by his former college teammate Christian Harris. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 9. Williams, a man in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Morton. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Morton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll keep it on the ground. Morton, and he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
31's the mic. Get your swerve on.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pratt. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. The Charger drive.
Oh no, it's McWhiteman.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe... He's got a man, complete! And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
No, he's trying to go to that box station and buy that pussy.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That midget, but oh, let me stop. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I don't want to fuck midgets no more. Hold on.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike, check. 59. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That's a good bounce back play right there. After after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
He will push his way down to about the 14. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Jenkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 73 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run here with Spiller. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we've reached Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Push him back. Push him back. Check 20. Strike. Check strike.
On second down now, it's Morton. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Herbert's throw finds its target, Dobbs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Second and goal from the 1. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the